Hell yeah. Awesome. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Ashes of New Amsterdam here on Bad House RPG. This is our Mage, the Ascension / Resurgence game. It's a V5 hack, so if you're interested in that, you can check out Patreon for our free rule set for that, so you can follow along. Yeah. This is episode 3. And just so you know, you can actually help our mages out for tonight. If you feel inclined, donate $10 to give them a reroll, $20 to give them a flashback, which is an auto success in a dire situation. Donations go to paying operational costs to the channel and keeping the lights on. And after the break, we have a lot of exciting announcements to the channel. So stick around for that. Content warnings. This episode in particular, so far, what we have planned, deals with emotional stress, religious iconography, secret societies, and other dark themes. Anything that might come up during the game that is not planned, if you feel the need to step away, that is fine. Your safety is more important. You can come back whenever you're ready, and hopefully we make you feel as comfortable as well as entertained. Let me introduce to you us and me, myself, in the cap. I am your storyteller, Fabian. Rockets and pens. My pronouns are he. I will be playing the rest of the NPCs, and to meet our mages, let's start with Batty.
Hello, I am Batty. I am playing Sophie. Both of our pronouns are she, they, and you can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Bats Pajamas. That's BATZ Pajamas.
Bully.
Hey, I'm Bully. You can find me at Table Goth Round Places, and I'm playing Deckard. Both of us are he, him.
Zach.
Hi, I'm Zach, or Z. You can find me on Twitter at ZachDevs. My pronouns are they, he, she. Today I'm playing Francis Mateo Biamonte, and his pronouns are he, him.
And last but not least, Vin.
Hi guys, I'm Vin, a he, they, and I'll be playing Heather Alder, a they, she.
And fantastic. Quick recap from last episode. We basically began the episode where Heather had to take a moment from what was all going on. The ordeal was too stressful, and it did not stop from that day. In the morning, the three of our coven got interviewed by Archambault and Associates, by a Michael Hogan and Deirdre Clare, who basically was searching for the crown and the whereabouts of their suspect. We also met with Jason Tabudlo, who ran the Greenwich Collective, and introduced the rest of the coven to the Marauders, namely Austin Chase and Maya Song. They later discovered the connection between Tobee and Austin, as they were both involved in the Marauders at some point. The end of the session last week, we found Geraldine, who is the intern to the couple, passed out while the apartment was thrashed. As they look for the crown of Jesus Christ, yes, you heard it, crown of Jesus Christ, it has been burnt into ashes, which basically the scene, busts and tools litter the desks of the workshop, and vials of fragrances are neatly stored in cases that line the walls. The lavish condo that has been now thrashed, but the things that stand out the most are the ashes that were once a crown. Accompanying that, despite the pleasant fragrances that Francis normally creates in their workshop. It is overshadowed by the scent of rotten eggs, sulfur, foul stench. On the floor, footprints lead towards the window overlooking the park. As they disappear, a set of keys lay next to a trash can. Geraldine comes to. But before we get into what Geraldine has experienced, we jump back a few hours, maybe in the evening, as one Heather Alder is walking down the street in Chinatown. Heather, with everything that's happening, you wanted to figure out ways to better protect yourself, better increase chances of you to maybe cast magic more efficiently. You head downtown, you get off the D train on Grand Street, and you walk a few blocks underneath this bridge. And by this bridge, there are a few storefronts. One that is quite dilapidated and kind of left to time. You heard that somehow this leads you to a night market of sorts. You heard it from a lovely person called Charm. Charm, who you know is a another changeling. They told you that you can probably procure things, regular things such as Eye of Newt, salamander kidneys, things that you can probably use to boost your magic. Whether you consume them, whether you put them in a potion, whatever you need, you can find at this night market. Only simply need to knock 3 times on the door. As you knock, you open the door into a world foreign, unknown to you. You see a starry sky above, but it's not the real sky. It is what something reminds you of a turf telling you about this enchanted sky in a book one time, but it's much beautiful than what their pea brain could imagine. The moon staring back at you as if it dances, as if one of the holes becomes an eye and winks at you. It is this surreal place. You see a bunch of creatures, both humanoid in likeness and quite, I think it's rude to say monstrous, but nothing comes to mind in terms of describing them at the moment. Brooding figures, hairy arms, scaly legs. Everybody doesn't exude any form of fear. They're more alluring, actually, as if inviting. You walk through, and you were in this thoroughfare of small shops. What do you do?
Well, the first thing I do is stay calm, try not to look like a tourist. This is very humbling, I guess is the best word to say. Just trying to be as small as I can be in this very fantastical place.
Okay. You're trying to be small, You were told standing out isn't a problem in the night market. Actually, it's quite a good thing. But with the instructions from Charm, I would like you to make a charisma and etiquette roll to see if you attract anything outside of what you're looking
Okay. I never have a character with etiquette. This is so new and exciting.
for.
Everybody else is rude as fuck. All right, that is 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. You kind of like walk around trying to get your bearings, trying to act small but also not too small but not also too big. You get a tap on your shoulder. Behind you.
Can
Yes.
can I help you? Hi.
And as you turn around, what you see is this beautiful, beautiful being. You're not sure. It's kind of like that uncanny valley kind of thing of like, this is the hottest man I've seen or woman I've seen. I don't know. They seem to be projecting whatever I want to see, and I like it kind of deal. They're in kind of like these this like South Asian kind of like attire, and their skin is kind of bronzish. And they say, "Are you looking for something special today? Are you looking for some implements, maybe?"
I think that yes.
You seem new.
Yeah.
And they kind of hold out their hand, kind of like in a greeting form.
And I think being as just as flustered and awkward, they take the hand like a handshake, and then they realize it wasn't. Just gotta.
They
I am so sorry.
they kind of understand what you're trying, like what your confusion is, and they take your hand and they bow. Nothing to be sorry about. You seem new. I'm here to help. My name is Haj.
Nice to meet you, Heather. I'm sort of looking for, I guess, items of attunement. If that helps.
And they kind of like stroke something near you, but you can't see. Like you're one of them, a witch, a mage, magical being.
Yeah. Yes.
Follow me. And they kind of like bow and kind of like lead you towards like the stall. While you're heading there, can you roll me wits and awareness or investigation, whichever you feel like is more appropriate at this moment?
So what's awareness? Let's see. 1, 2, and 2 more. Let's go, baby. That is another 2 successes.
2 successes? That's that's fine. What you do here basically is, as you're walking towards this kind of like thoroughfare down one street, you do notice a kind of like suited individuals, super out of place. A lot of people in this area are quite dressed lavishly. It's like think of a farmer's market, and it's bunch of cultural wear. Nobody's wearing something that is quite stiff. And you see a few individuals with the two successes. You see quite a few individuals, but they stick out like a sore thumb. Kind of just talking to people. You notice that down one street there are two individuals holding kind of like what you see is like common cop kind of like movements of flashing kind of what seems to be a badge, putting it in their breast pocket and taking out a notepad and like talking to this kind of like lumbering hulk of a not necessarily a creature, but they have like very furry arms. And like if you only because you're not knowledgeable of like the world, you would have thought that that was a werewolf. But it has kind of like a pig snouty face to it, and kind of like a hook jaw. There, you see them kind of like trying to brush away these two individuals, and as you get to the stall, you see all these tchotchkes, all these like small things, and you see Hodge just like, "What is your fancy? What you seem to be? You look to me as if you're a academic. Do you like books maybe?" And they procure like some like grimoires in front of you. "Or are you the traditional type?" And like they open like these boxes and there's wands in there. Or do you like to not leave a trace? And behind them there's like this curtain and they kind of like move it. It's a bunch of jars of like what you can assume is like animal insides and viscera, kind of like properly harvested and cleaned and purified.
I'm actually a little, I guess the word would be freeform. I'm still coming into myself as a mage. I guess I could say I'll take my chances with the and then they point at the book kind of sheepishly.
Oh, the book. Of course. And you see they take out a book. And pretty much it looks like a regular book. Runic symbols on the spine. And you notice that, you know, it's kind of a older book constructed like maybe 200 years ago. You see that the pages have faded, once had ink on them. And Hodge explains this used to, I believe a witch used to own this. Bunch of spells, potions of the like, were scrubbed away magically. So if you need to, like, have this, it has been used before, but it still works the way that it is intended.
And how much? What is currency here?
Well, currency
If
is
I
what
may
you can give.
ask.
We live also outside, not necessarily looking like this, but we do live amongst the mundane. So $40.
Above game, I don't know why that's so hilarious. Okay, this is increasingly embarrassing, but do you take card?
Oh, just
A
give me a
square,
moment. Just give
a
me a
tab.
moment. And you see they actually procure a tablet with not a Square reader but a PayPal reader. So antiquated. And they plug it in
I didn't even know they had those.
and it's like card is $5 extra for processing.
That's fine. Thank you.
And they take it. They swipe it. Just a moment. They leave the tablet in your card, and you see they take out a modem and they kind of like knock it. They take it out and they plug it back in. Sometimes the connection down here is spotty. Enchantments and all. And they redo it and it goes through.
Fine.
Your card. I just need your signature.
Oh, of course, and little finger.
I got your name. And kind of like in a joking way. And it's like, I'm kidding. We don't do that here. It's frowned upon. And then they put it away and they're like, or am I? And they give you a bag with the book. It's like, is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, I am very thankful. Thank you.
Please
And
come
they, like, take
back
a couple steps back.
anytime. Please come back anytime. Tell your friends.
Oh, of course.
We also have it.
I will tell my friends.
We also have a catalog online, and they procure a card. They have a website, kind of a QR code. They give it to you. Feel free to come back.
And of course, that's so great. And they just like kind of just toddle on towards the exit.
Yeah. As you're toddling towards the exit, I am gonna need you to roll me another wits and awareness.
Okay. It's all twos, baby. 2 successes.
Oh, twos tonight. Love it. That's still good. You don't really. You hear the name Archambault and Associates, quite a lot. As you're walking through the thoroughfare, nothing really like strikes you. It's like, I don't know that name, but like I guess something's going on. You leave, and where do you go after this? It's around like 7 p.m. 8 p.m. In the evening. So, places are still open. You still haven't heard from like your new associates. But yeah.
I think out of care they would try to get back in contact with Sophie and Francisco. So I guess they would go just kind of in the direction of their apartment building to see. Hopefully the place is still together and it's not burned to smithereens or anything that could have happened to them. And why am I worrying like this? It's totally fine. Everything is fine. It's not fine. So,
that being said, we're gonna fast forward a little bit. And as you get to the apartment, the door is ajar. You see Geraldine, who you met a day prior, is just about like waking up. And the rest of you notice that Geraldine, and you guys are now together.
Francis is going to. Music's still fun.
Oh yeah, music's still fun. Thank you.
This is grim.
I know.
Francis, turn that off. It ain't time for that right now.
Francis shimmies on it. No.
Read the damn room.
Geraldine is waking up, or like
yes,
just barely.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You do notice that Geraldine kind of like coming to, like definitely beginning to regain consciousness.
Okay. I am going to do a magic. I'm going to Can I? We already went to the lab, and that's where the crown was burned, right? Okay. In the meantime, Francis is gonna say, "Hello, Heather. Bye," and run into the lab and mix up something that'll take Geraldine's pain away, make them feel a little stronger, so that they can talk about what went
Okay.
on. So, get
Roll me your
stuff.
arete and life.
But of course. That would be a success.
One success. Fantastic. It's a simple concoction. You take certain fragrances, very subtle. Describe to me what it smells like.
It smells. Ooh, it smells pungent, but not bad. Just it really enters the nose. It has sort of
Stinky tofu, kind of like.
kind of like a stinky tofu, almost like a fermented funky smell to it.
Okay.
But it really comes through like behind it with a strong herbal note. Yeah. And Francis shakes it up and runs back upstairs, and I'm gonna dab a little bit around Geraldine's nose.
She kind of like. And as you're dabbing, you notice that Heather is right by the doorway.
Heather,
Hi, I just wanted to check in on everyone. I see something is wrong. What is wrong?
right now, everything. Please come in. You don't have to take
Of
off your
course.
shoes. Right now, everyone's panicking. I'm panicking. I seem calm.
It's a disaster. It's a disaster.
Okay. Oh, they shut the door behind them. Just run over. Maybe we can start from the top of the panic list and just work our way down. What is going
Okay.
on?
Crown of Jesus Christ. Ugh,
Yes.
it's been burned, Heather. It's ashes.
Okay, that is definitely top of the panic list worthy. Please tell me it just gets less worse from there.
That's pretty much the top one. My apartment, our apartment, broken into. Our privacy ruined.
Okay, that
Violated.
seems to be same level in terms of.
It's also bad, yes. And then
Indeed.
Geraldine. Geraldine has been accosted, put upon by some violent actor.
You notice that Geraldine has kind of like a bruise on their left cheek, and you didn't notice earlier because you were shocked at what was going on. The strong scent of like rotten eggs just hit your nose.
And I'm guessing the smell is next after Geraldine.
That, Can I also do a magic to kind of, I guess, trace what that scent is? Maybe condense it and see what is making that? Or maybe make it visual. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it visual and see where it originates. So, like, it starts glowing in the air.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see what you can do. Like, let's do if you have forces.
I don't have forces. Alas.
Do you have?
Could you do that with matter?
Yeah, maybe
Can I
matter.
do that with matter?
Let's do that with matter. If you have entropy, maybe.
I also have that. No, either one is both one. So
Let's put them together.
Let's see.
I'll let you
Perfect.
put them together. Kind of harness the powers of both spheres.
Okay. And then arete.
Yes.
That is 2 successes.
Fantastic. With 2 successes, you see, all of you notice that this scent kind of condenses like a cloud, and you see like gas form, and it's kind of this muddy red, not blood red, but like clay-like color. And it's not originating from anywhere. It's like a lingering force, something that kind of came with something and stayed there. You definitely see a concentration near the window. I think that's where it's thickest, but it's starting to dissipate as well, just as everything else is dissipating.
Princess, please, I cannot bear this stench any longer. Can we just...
Sorry, darling.
Can you just take it and put it somewhere? Oh.
Bottle it? Of course, darling, of course. Yeah, I'm gonna bottle that one.
Yeah, I'll let you bottle it, no check. Yeah.
Have we smelled this before? I thought...
Make it a cold check.
For some reason, I feel like something of sulfur
For everyone?
happened to us
At
at the party, wasn't it? All right, occult and
intelligence.
Can we all roll for this?
Sure.
I'm not gonna. I'm doing magic.
6 dice for me.
You got another 2, Vid?
Yeah. I don't know why that's the number tonight.
Hey. 3. Okay. Batty, did you get anything?
Oh no, I got 4 successes.
Got 4 successes. I'm gonna disseminate this information in 3 different ways. Heather, your brother was obsessed with supernatural. It's something about Jensen Ackles just does it for him, you know. You remember they keep saying, oh man, demons, anything that came from hell, they bring sulfur, and sulfur smells like what? Rotten eggs. That stuck with you because a lot of the episodes like worked with that kind of like premise behind them. Deckard, you lived in Middle America with a bunch of very religious, people in your community. You have heard the smell of sulfur, smell of rotten eggs, is the residue left when the gates of hell open. And Sophie, with 4 successes, you remember back about 10 years ago when there was an issue with one person in particular, that kind of got reminded of you again days before, when the report of these influencers who were murdered, maybe poisoning. It smelled like there was sulfur in the air when they came in. But you remember there was an issue where one of the mages was murdered, and that was also kind of the residue. But you remember from what you can probably think is a marauder saying that a demon might have came through the Umbra and did something to cause that death. So this is the information that the 3 of you guys have. How you share that with each other is up to you.
Demons. We got demons. which makes sense if you think about it. I didn't really think that was a thing. Not a religious person myself, but I mean, of course, if there's werewolves and vampires and us, I guess demons are a thing. And I guess the crown was, yeah, I guess if enough people believe, and a lot of people believe, then it's ugh.
I hate to say it, Deckard, but I fear that you might actually be right.
And I was wondering how, like, a little lighter, like, if this is some powerful magical item, like a fucking matchbook shouldn't be able to destroy it. But what if that was, like, hellfire? What if Tobee's a goddamn demon? Which means you, he points to Francis, you got demons in your place. And you said this place was safe. I said I had a place. I said my place was warded from all sorts of demons, spirits, things like that. I got all sorts of security, but you said this was the place to go because you got money, so you got protection. And we brought it here, and this isn't safe here because this is an unholy place. That makes sense, actually. This is a den of debauchery. Look at this place. No offense, but this is a den of debauchery. That's no wonder a demon waltzed right in here.
Please.
Poor Geraldine.
Deckard, please. Please, sir, calm yourself and take a breath. Yes.
I need a breath. A breath's good.
Yes.
Breathing's fun.
Thank you.
I'm gonna take a lap. Is Geraldine all right? Is everyone okay?
Francis is capping this bottle. He's like, Deckard, I will make a few things known to you. One, I am rich. Okay? There is door security outside. They have weapons. We are both very talented and practiced mages. No offense to your wards, but we also have wards, and my darling is incredible with wards. 3, Geraldine knows karate. We had protection. We had as much protection as anyone would have thought to have, but I'm sorry, we didn't have anti-demon protection. That's a very specific thing.
So might I add, while I'm a very eclectic collector of jewelry and accessories, this is the first time I've ever had the crown of Jesus Christ in my home. Can't say it's something that I typically prepare, wardings for specifically. So let's just all chalk it up to things that we could not have, even really predicted at all in this particular situation.
I mean, we're dealing with Crown of Jesus. I mean, protected from demons. I would have done it. People call me paranoid. People say, Deckard, why are you scared of everything? Why do you always think people are after you and watching you and things like that? I don't know, but I've never had a demon in my home. I'm going to take that walk, take that breath I was thinking about earlier.
If you recall, we did have henchmen, suits show up at the door and interrogate us first thing in the morning, and then we were called down to the Greenwich Collective to discuss what had happened. We didn't really get a moment to stop and think about how we could prepare to further protect our home and its current assets. So let's not point the finger and play the blame game, especially not at my darling husband, who is clearly just doing what he can to make sure that we're not suffering the stench, and already we're surrounded by this disaster. Can we just not make it any worse, please?
I'm sorry. I think what I'm expressing is more of a disappointment in myself for not taking the proper precaution. It's not on you.
Again,
it's not.
Let's not do anything.
I should have done better.
Geraldine, dear.
Geraldine.
What happened?
Propping themselves up. Pain. And their hold.
Geraldine, first things first, are you alright?
And now that you're closer to Geraldine, you notice their knuckles are bruised. Definitely Geraldine put the lessons, the martial arts lessons, to use. Kinda, I think shit. Son of a...
Geraldine, you're gonna have to speak up, dear.
Where's this son of a bitch? And where's my phone? see
Geraldine's
their phone is like right on the ground near them.
I'm gonna pick it up. I hope it doesn't blow up, but I'm gonna pick it up.
Yeah, you pick it up, blow up. You
Okay.
see it. You see it opens. Like the light flashes, but it doesn't unlock. This guy I met this guy at the bagel place. He seemed nice, and he wanted to meet up. And and she's just in so much pain. And I think I know what's the problem. One quick second while I fix that. Please talk amongst yourselves. Do some character stuff. I noticed something with my mic real quick. Bear with me.
Yes. Francis is gonna get up and walk over to Heather. Heather, you're a blogger, yes?
Yes, I am a blogger. Why? What is this leading towards?
I've only read the one article, and that was the one about the weird smoothie that made me shit myself.
Yeah,
Right. but but Heather, I must know, are you in any way, shape, or form an investigative reporter?
I hear gossip, rumors, things before, like gossip blogs. I don't call myself a. No, I'm not.
But have
I
you
mean, I
ever
can find
followed
things.
those rumors to find where they stem? Maybe get to the bottom of them.
Sniffed out a clue,
No,
followed a
I don't like gossip.
footprint.
That's not the type of person I am, unfortunately.
Hmm.
Don't sell yourself short. What you do is nothing short of investigative genius. I mean, there's too much damn shit here, and the way that you actually were able to not only track down and rank the best benches in the city in that one blog post, you're good. You're good.
But they're asking me if I'm nosy, and I'm not really nosy.
We're going to have to get nosy.
Okay.
Okay.
I fixed my mic stuff now. And you notice that Geraldine's just like, he told me his name was Kenny.
Francis like waves at Heather, like, write this down.
They just start tapping on their phone.
And you notice Geraldine pulls up a picture. And it's like a selfie of Tobee. Just with a Korean peace sign, no tattoo. You notice that his completely clean.
Damon.
He said he wanted to hang out. And I met him at the store. I don't, boss, you know me, I don't go for these kind of guys. I don't know what it was. Just had a way with words. And when he said, I'm so sorry, please don't fire me.
No.
When he said he wanted to be alone, I don't know why, but this is the first place that I thought.
Okay. Well,
It's the
we're gonna
art.
have to.
I
perhaps-
felt a little stirring the first time I was in here too. Something about this place just invites all. It's a den of debauchery,
It's
in a
not
good
just
way.
that. It's not just that.
Well, we cannot keep our opinions to ourselves.
I'm complimenting the art choices. It's very sensuous. I haven't felt anything like it. But yeah, go on.
Very true. Geraldine, dear, please do not blame yourself. You know, there are slime balls out there who will just say anything. To
His
get anything
piercings
they
are
want.
gross. Like,
Yeah, I'm actually a little concerned. I do think, dear, that you have better judgment than that. Um, I think that there is shenanigans afoot. First things first, I'm gonna have to get you some better protective jewelry because we can't have this happen again. And
Yeah.
second of all, so you've been talking to him non-stop since you picked up our bagels.
Yeah. I
Uh-huh.
dated. I dated. I dated a guy from The Bachelorette. Like, what kind of? Why would I go with this kid?
Dear, don't worry. You don't have to play the act. I know that we all love a bad boy from time to time. That's not the point though. The point is, what do you know about him? Where he came from? Did he tell you anything about his background?
Not much. He just told me he was studying Columbia, or is it NYU? I'm not sure. And he said he liked my hair, and I normally wouldn't go for that, but for some reason it just.
Either you desperately need to raise your standards, dear, or we have some manipulation afoot. I I think perhaps our Tobee friend has a bit more up his sleeve than just sleepy potions. What do you think, dear Francis?
Geraldine, did you went out for bagels yourself, right? With him?
Yeah, yeah.
Had tea, coffee.
No, well, we met. So after I dropped you off, downtown, I headed up here. We were walking, and he brought like I don't know why I brought him here, but then he said we heard a knock at the door, and then he said my friend's here, which was weird. And this guy,
His friend?
yeah, this guy just came in. They did not look like they were friends. He was dressed in some elaborate suit. He was just in like tattered vintage shirt. And like a pea coat. And I for some reason I didn't feel like it was right, so I tried to fight, and his friend just took everything. Like he wasn't feeling anything that I was giving him. I kicked him, I punched him, and I did that roundhouse kick that you were so impressed at, and he just didn't budge. And he slapped me across the room, and I hit over here, and you see one of your fixtures that was made out of glass is all in pieces, and it's on the ground. And by the looks of it, that probably broke Geraldine's ribs. And she's like,
We're going to get you to a hospital, Geraldine, but you must not speak to anyone of this. Understand?
yes, yeah.
Um,
I, just when I tried standing up, the pain was too bad, and I just passed out from the pain. And
yes.
all I heard, the last thing I remember his friend saying was, where is that goddamn crown?
Smells like they found it. Did they leave together, Geraldine?
I was unconscious. The only thing I remember after that was just waking up to you guys.
Hmm.
Do you remember how Tobee reacted when this vintage thrift flannel wearing person came through the door?
didn't seem pleased.
Perhaps Tobee had a tail.
Did
So the
Tobee
person
have a tail?
arrived- not that kind of tail, dear. You said the person arrived shortly after you arrived here with Tobee.
15 minutes, maybe?
Mhm. I think perhaps if Tobee wasn't actually pleased to see this person, perhaps he was being followed.
So 2 different parties for the crown.
That is entirely possible.
And Francis is gonna take some water. Can I use mind magic to make it into a very potent pain reliever for Geraldine to drink?
Not mine. Definitely life is what you're gonna
Okay.
draw from. Maybe even
Yeah.
spirit. But those are the only ones that I would definitely involve in this role.
Okay.
Can I help with my little life dots?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to like help out, if you guys both want to roll on this,
Yeah.
let me know how many successes you guys get.
Perfect.
Geraldine, this other person, they seem like they knew each other. They just weren't happy to see each other.
They definitely knew each other. At least,
Could be that.
at least Kenny didn't seem happy that he was here. He seemed like he was expecting him, but he wasn't happy to see him, is what I gathered.
My employees are the same way, so it could be something like he is employee to a stinky demon, possibly. I got a 1, by the way, Fabs.
How
One
many?
I got 2.
2. So 3 successes. She sips the water and you hear it sounds bad. It sounds like a sickening crack. And she exhales as if she can breathe much better now. And you hear another crack and kind of it's kind of like when you crack your back. Or crack a knuckle or anything. It seems as if it is a soothing, painful noise, but
Hurts so good.
yeah,
It's
it
so
seems that the magic that you used is working. Whether or not it's fully working to the extent of not needing medical attention anymore, you're not sure, but definitely Geraldine looks the bruise is much lighter. And the bruises on the knuckles are definitely lightening up. You see them like rest on the couch, much more relaxed, breathing much more relaxed.
You mentioned an apartment that was guarded or something, Deckard. I'm thinking maybe, if it's all right with you, we can have her rest there instead of here.
Yeah.
It's
not exactly an apartment.
I don't think I was the target here. I don't.
I understand. I don't like the idea of you sleeping here or what have you. While we know that they know where we live.
I have my own apartment. I'll be fine. I'll probably
Don't worry,
go
dear.
to the.
I'll make some protective jewelry for her.
Okay.
It's a good idea. Maybe something religious. My hunch here is that the way that Tobee was able to seduce you, Geraldine, I think we might be dealing with an incubus, and not the kind formed in Calabasas, California, 1991. No, I'm talking about something formed in hell for the purpose of seducing mortals such as yourself.
Sorry, I got teleported real to a different place when you said that. Yeah.
Deckard's a radio DJ. He knows.
Yeah, he does. Look, I'm probably gonna go to the hospital to get checked, and I should be fine. I don't think I was the target here. I think I was just the way in.
I agree with that, Geraldine, and I don't like the idea of you being a pawn. Please have a sit, rest, drink some water. I'm gonna get you something to protect you while you're away. And Sophie's gonna go down into the workshop.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm going to say, Heather, would you like to put that sleuth nose to the test? We're gonna go look at the crown.
Sure. Anything to help.
Yes. Follow me, detective. Francis wants, and Francis is gonna follow you. So.
You guys get to the workshop. Nothing's out of the ordinary. Things are probably strewn about. Less strewn about here probably than most places in the apartment. In the like condo like place. Because it was out in the open. It was just invisible. So they didn't have to generally check really hard for it. So there isn't like a lot of mess in the workshop. But you definitely see your tools. You definitely see like, spare jewels, spare metal workings. So what are you guys planning to do?
So Sophie's gonna go over to her workbench and grab some metal and start using magic to sort of form a ring. And she's gonna be like, I don't normally do this, but Deckard, you might have a point. Perhaps it is religious in nature. So I will keep that in mind. And she uses platinum to make imagine like just a regular cross ring shape, but she takes the two long ends and meets them together to form a ring. And then she's gonna ward it with protective magic.
Okay.
So I assume I need to do matter.
I don't think so, because I do know that you have a craft. Correct?
I do. Yeah, improvised tools and jewelry making.
Yeah. So let's let me see what you need to roll for that. Let's okay. So that's the which what is that again? You have the alchemist one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For this, simply just roll me intelligence, craft, and add the dots of your workshop. I believe that's +2 more.
Probably white. I'm having. Oh wait. So is it the Sanctum plus workshop? So is that where the 2 comes from?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's this.
In the meantime, I'm gonna lead the other 2 over to the crown.
I got 4 successes.
4 successes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Successful.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And so as she's sort of forming it and shaping it, she also goes, oh, wait. And she starts sifting through her drawers, and she grabs this like just beautiful chunk of black tourmaline. She holds it up to the light, and she's like, yes, this should do the trick. And she's just kind of holding it, and she holds it close to her heart, and she's imbuing it with magic and manifesting a ward to keep it safe. And it, as she's doing that, she then just sort of like holds it over top of the ring, and you see it just kind of like create this almost like it's magnetic, like when two sides of a magnet repel each other. It sort of just like floats on top of the ring, and then this like halo of light surrounds the stone, and it just sinks down into the ring and like fits perfectly into the metal. So it's like across, sort of like on its side, and it's got the black tourmaline in the center. And then she's like, holds it up to the light and says, yes, perfect. This should do the trick.
And
turns to take the Geraldine.
When you give that to Geraldine, Geraldine just trades you something. It's a piece of paper. He wrote his number. This is the number that I was texting him.
This is Kenny's number.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay, with that, I'm wondering if I can sort of... He wrote the number himself on this paper for you?
No. She wrote it for you. It was from her phone.
I believe I can, if you contacted him on your phone, if he still has that phone, I can find him.
Oh, that's right. Deckard is away with electronics.
She gives you...
yeah, I mean,
she gives you the
could
phone.
really hone in on... but before I do this, can I talk to you in private for just a moment, Miss Sophie?
Sure, yes. And she sort of steps over into the hallway, and there's like a nook.
If it's not too much trouble, and I'll pay you as soon as I can, would you be able to make something like that for me as well? I think I might be quite at risk at manipulation.
What makes you say that?
I mean, not to get into it. I'm sure it's pretty normal for someone like you. I have in my 72 years, I've not really experienced what it's like to have someone, romantically interested in me, and I don't think I would quite have the. By the time I recognize something was happening, it might be too late, and I don't know. I just I'm scared that something like that might really work on me, because I think about it a lot, and man, I want that more than anything sometimes. And if someone were just to give that to me, I don't know if I know what to do. And of course, if I was thinking right, I would know, okay, this is obviously, if someone's interested in me, this is a demon. But at the time, if this is an incubus, like, I think I'm not even gonna know what's going on until it's too late, and I don't want to do anything I didn't hurt people and stuff like that I didn't mean to do. It's just a ring, anything like that of the sort, I would be much appreciated. I'm not even really comfortable tracking this individual until I have something, just in case they sense something happening, kind of throw it back on me, and assume the word, if there's no trouble.
Sophie just reaches and like gently touches Deckard's shoulder and gives it like a very slight squeeze, and you feel like a warmth and sort of just like a comfort from that. And she says, please do not fret. I understand. Don't worry. I will make sure you're protected and your heart is guarded. Let's see. This is now 2 days since the gala, right?
No. Still
No?
1 day.
1 day? 1 day. Okay. So technically, is Deckard still wearing the stuff that we gave him for the gala?
I
Probably
got slept in it, but it's still here somewhere. Yeah.
Okay. Sophie says, I know. Remember that fancy bolo tie I gave you?
Mm-hmm.
Could you hand it to me for a moment, and I'll take care of it.
Yeah, I'll go and grab the bolo tie and bring it back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just make me
Sophie
the
will
roll.
take it down to her workbench.
While this
Okay,
is
so I
happening,
believe-
Heather, Francis, what are you guys doing?
Yeah. So this is on a table, right?
Mhm.
Like the ashes.
Yeah.
Francis beckons Heather over.
There's
Do you
some
make
ashes
of
on
this?
the ground as well.
Yes.
And you notice like the footsteps.
What do you make of this?
Well, what can I make of this other than like dust and footprints?
Um,
c-
I mean, it looks like burnt, like it looks like these were thorns. These were like stems of a plant, dried out. Like, if you like, I don't know how religious Heather would be, but like, you probably have seen before, whether it's through the internet or whatever, the ashes that they use for Ash Wednesday. It's kind of similar to that. But like, you know that like if only a lighter was used to burn that crown, it would have taken hours to turn it into this fine of ash.
Can I possibly take some of the ashes and my new grimoire
Yeah.
to like some magic forensics?
Yeah. Sure. What spheres do you have?
I have entropy, life, and mind.
Entropy, life, and mind. Roll me entropy and arete, and then add 2 from this grimoire.
Okay. So entropy, okay, plus 2, please. I need more than a 2, babies, please.
Remember the rules for willpower as well.
Thank you. I've been playing vampire for so long and forgot willpower was a thing. I'm gonna reroll 3.
Okay.
4.
4.
Mhm.
What were you intending to find out?
If this was a genuine sort of like hellfire that burnt this ground, because how could simple fire
Mm-hmm.
take such an item out if it's existed for thousands of years?
You sprinkle the ashes on this grimoire, and you notice the ink, the residue of ink, start to congregate, form lines as if it's writing itself, a page writing itself. And you notice like some runic symbols. Francis, you notice runic symbols. Heather, bit by bit, these runic symbols start to form into letters. For you, it forms into letters. And it's saying, first, it's saying something, maybe Latin. And then it starts morphing again into English. This is hellfire. From one of the levels, one of the domains of hell. They can't, like, the grimoire can't identify where exactly. But this is definitely something out from out of this world. This wasn't any other magic from any mage. This was a celestial. This was something otherworldly.
Francis is watching this and is like, very cool book. Where did you get this? And how long have you had it? 200 years?
I recently purchased it at the night market. $40,
Oh,
$5
good music
gratuity.
there, right?
I, it's different.
Yeah, it's different. Um, can you decipher any of these strange symbols on the book?
Uh, it's spelling itself out to me. I can. It looks like perfect English to me. What does it look like to you?
One looks like a
Um,
dick, like a
yes.
shoddy
So
little dick.
that's a bit of ah, a
It's
a member um
a member of,
the penis squad.
and they look down at the book.
And
So
there's
so
more too. There's more
you're
too.
rude.
There's a
So
smiley face. I I didn't
okay.
want to be rude. There was no good way to say that, I think.
No,
Um
I understand that. Thank you for trying to be polite when this is not. But I appreciate. And they just like
it's
kind of
just a dog.
slowly
It's
close it
like fully
shut.
Before you close it shut,
Mhm.
Heather, you notice at the bottom of it, what's your name? Question.
And I think they just kind of they crack it open just a little bit and write their name with their pinky in the ash.
And then you notice ink form again. Nice to meet you. Regina.
And okay, Regina.
Hmm. Interesting. Well, there's only a few people I trust with the information that this could be hellfire. And they themselves are dicks as well. You want to speak with the academe?
I think we should at least reconvene first. That sounds like a group decision.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Um,
But do you like the idea?
I'm a little uneasy about it, but whatever it takes.
Good enough.
Uh,
Francis saunters away, but then before stops, turns around, does the sign of the cross, and then walks out. I'm just gonna
By
go
the way,
reunite with Sophie.
Sophie got 5 successes on the bow tie.
Okay, the bolo tie is properly worded. You're good.
Perfect. And she takes it back up to Deckard and says, so when I gave this to you, I specifically chose malachite because it's got healing properties, and you know, you're a man of a certain age, and I just was looking out for you. But malachite also has protection properties, and now I've imbued it even more so to ward you in any other particular cases in the matters of your heart. So please wear it always and keep it close to your heart.
Thank you. This means a lot to me. Kind of put it on. Does it go with this? Is this okay to wear it like this?
I think it goes with everything that you want to wear it with. It looks positively dashing.
Well, thank you.
Elevate
And
any outfit, really.
I'm not trying to keep secrets or anything, but maybe just don't mention all that before, if that's all right.
Sure. I'll keep it up here.
You guys
Thank
all get together.
Darling, Heather tells me that the book tells them that it's hellfire that burned the crown. Now, Here is my idea. We take this information, a sample even of the crown, and instead of telling the Moss twins, we can take it to the Academe. No one talks to them anyway. They're annoying and nerds and stuck up. Otherwise, the word will just travel around, and next thing you know, Archambault and Associates are at our door again.
Darling, don't you think that if we go to the Academe and tell them that we have the ashes of the Crown of Christ, that Archambault's gonna find out anyway? And they were looking for it.
Good
Yes,
question.
everyone's gonna know that we have the Crown of Christ. Even though we definitely said we did not. I think that could be a problem.
It could be
We
worth
could,
asking the Academe about demons anyway. What's your idea, Deckard?
We could go to the source. This came from the night market. Maybe the night market has more answers. And maybe the night market has, like demon fighting stuff. Now that we kind of know what we might be up against. If they got religious items, maybe they have ones that could help us.
Deckard actually is onto something in the way that I would rather not just go tell everyone our business, especially considering we have already been violated and our home has been ransacked. I would much rather do a little bit more discreet research ourselves. What do you think, darling?
Francis looks over at Heather. Undercover detective work. Your brain
my
is
goodness.
smart as ever, darling.
Thank you, my dear.
Heather, would you like to go to the night market again?
Why not?
All right, I'll get my dancing shoes.
So are you guys going to the night market tonight, or are you guys resting to see? It is quite late at this point. Geraldine also
Yes.
is gonna head to the hospital to see whether they have broken stuff yet still.
Is it not better to go at night?
It's possible. I'm just like double checking with you.
Mm-hmm.
The next day might give you extra bonuses like quintessence.
Well, quintessent.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, I would also like if we go. Hold on, let me do this in character. Darling, today has been a day, and I would really just love to put my feet up and maybe get the house back in order in a state that isn't quite so distressing. Could we possibly get some rest and then reconvene and do this again tomorrow? Besides, making the protective jewelry for Geraldine, and Deckard brings up a good point that this could potentially be dangerous for us now. Demons, hellfire, not the kind of riffraff I usually think about rubbing elbows with, but perhaps I should get back into the workshop and make sure we're all protected before we dig any deeper into this
Yes.
mystery.
Very well. And Francis is gonna open a cabinet and get on some big long gloves and a Swiffer, the handle of it. It's like,
husband wife energy.
I'm going to
Let's
clean the
go.
house. Heather, Deckard, you're welcome to stay and make yourselves at home. We've got extra PJs and towels and food, and if you'd like to even give me a hand, I've never mopped before.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Maybe
this
I
is
can.
one of the most uncomfortable things I've seen so far. Is you you don't clean?
Well, I'm
I'm not
am-
asking. I'm saying you're Francis. I mean, you don't clean. This isn't for you. Are you? Isn't there someone that's
Right.
gonna?
Well, Geraldine usually, but she's sort of.
The both of you are being very hospitable to us. I need to stress clean. That'll be my a gift to me if you let me
Francis
train.
leans in. Can you teach me?
Oh, sure, I can teach you. Are you sure that's something you want to learn? You might not have to do this ever again once.
Why not? It's good to get your hands dirty, get some elbow grease in the game, you know?
Oh, darling, I love when you learn new skills, and with that feather duster.
Yeah, that's what this is? Oh. I thought it was a toilet brush. Very well.
Okay, let's just
Yes,
just keep that in hand, and we'll teach you
I'm
dusting
going to hold it, and then I
first.
won't use it until you tell me to do it.
Okay.
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 Yeah, I'll stay and help clean. Cleaning's actually really easy. Once you kind of figure out like the vibrational frequency of that dust is, then you just calculate that based on the actual surfaces you're wanting to clean. You can make some minor adjustments. Yeah, cleaning stuff. Let's all help.
You guys all come together and help each other set the place right. And it's gonna be a new day. You guys rest, and when we come back, we will be rolling for quintessence as it is a new day. But for now, we're gonna take a break. So for all of y'all, stand up, do a little stretch, hydrate, and we'll see you guys shortly. Good evening, everybody. Hope you enjoyed your break. I definitely did myself. Thanks for sticking around. Announcements for Bad House RPG. We're hosting a special 2-part actual play of the hit Kickstarter, All the Witches, GM by the creator themselves, Emma Panetta. All the Witches is a new gaming system where you can relive your magical academia fantasies in a rich and vibrant world written by talented members of the TTRPG space. No turfs allowed. Catch the first episode on Monday, April 3rd, 5 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. Eastern. There's going to be a lot of rolling dice and tarot card mechanics, so check that out. On Wednesday, we are premiering also a new show. We're diving into sci-fi instead of fantasy this time with Cyberpunk Red. Wednesday, we are premiering a new show. Dive into Night City as told by Maddie Matihi. Shattered Dawn is a cyberpunk story powered by Cyberpunk Red by our Talsorian Games. This will be a 5-part episode special and the start of our cyberpunk series, Beyond the Black Wall, which is going to be a sprawling setting for cyberpunk. Catch that on Wednesday, April 5th, 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. Pacific and Eastern, respectively. And last but not least, check out Reg. Out now on all platforms. Yeah. Single-player fishing adventure where you can explore a mysterious archipelago and figure out what really happened. It's also a game that features our lovely Vin as the, what role was that? The ship hand, was it?
Oh my gosh, I was the shipwright.
Oh, yeah.
Watching Judge you with grunts is great. Like, the game's amazing, and I was super thrilled to be a part of
it. Looks fantastic. The base game is available for $24.99. There's also downloadable content, digital packages for a lot more, but it looks quite worth it. So check it out. It's available on Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, all the platforms. And that being said, last we left off, the Coven has gone around the apartment, spoke to Geraldine, and investigated what has happened the night prior. A lot of things lead to demons, but they chose to pursue the night market. A day has passed. The apartment now looks spotless and clean. The repairs have been done, and you all hop on in a private car, get stuck in a little bit of traffic, but eventually you get there. All the way Chinatown, under a bridge. You do the same ritual. You knock on the door. It opens, but instead of a night sky, a clear, sunny spring morning greets you. Heather, the night prior, there were no trees within these thoroughfares. Now you see a bunch of cherry blossoms, but instead of pink painting the sky, you see a bunch of blues and purples and little bits of green, as the flowers are incandescent with different colors compared to what we're used to. Shops and thoroughfares are still filled with tchotchkes and items. Smells of different types of food, quite like street food, hit your nose. Quite distinct and different from the regular smells that greet you on the streets of Chinatown. Everything is inviting. You also notice that there's not a lot of people. When you hear night market, the first thing that comes to mind is it being jam-packed. Not today. Guys, roll me charisma and etiquette. All of you.
Uh-oh. I think
Success.
I think Sophie's streak has run out.
I mean, it's
Literally
fine.
got none.
It's surprising
Literally
that
got none.
Deckard also has none.
Francis.
I know that I could willpower, but I'm kind of curious to see what happens if we don't.
I wouldn't waste the willpower on this.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I actually. I need more dice. I have just so much courage.
Not
just
enough dice for how charismatic I am.
That's 1 success, 2 successes, 3 successes. 4. 5 successes.
Okay.
As charming as he is handsome.
With the two of you with 5 successes. It seems as if, because there's not a lot of customers, as soon as you enter the thoroughfare, you guys stick out. Potential buyers. Different types of goblins and hobgoblins run up to you and trying to sell their wares to the both of you. While Deckard and Sufi, you guys are being edged out by these vendors trying to get to both Francis and Heather. Hey, you want some jewelry? You want some you got food too if you want. Been a little slow today.
Finn Fox is here.
And you see the person actually speaking in that voice is a huge hobgoblin. About 6'7", hairy arms, pointy ears.
Yes, hi. You're standing between my wife and I, so if you could.
Oh, I'm sorry. Come here, lovely. Come here.
No,
Anything I can get you to. Yeah. I got a food stand
Jewelry,
too.
definitely not interested. Thank you, though.
Oh, I got silks. I got a lot of things. I got some accelerants, if you know what I mean.
I do. Do you have any offshore goods? Some prized archaeological artifacts, religious in nature.
Make a charisma and streetwise.
It's not gonna be any streetwise, but we got charisma.
I need you to roll me. 3 successes at least.
I didn't.
Sir, I don't really like what you're asking for. You sound like a cop. And you see.
You just offered me booger sugar. I don't understand why there's a problem now.
And you notice like a lot of them like start parting from you after you ask that. But there is this one shorter gentleman, Asian features. I'm so sorry. It's been a lot of things happening last few days. Investigations and stuff. Archambault and associates come by, scare people off. You ask questions like that, kind of turn off. I, however, might be able to help. What are you looking for in particular?
Good question.
We're curious if that type of archaeology, artifact, iconography, anything along those lines, is possible to find.
I can find you anything. I can find you.
Really?
Yeah. You want a vampire caged in a basement? I got it.
No. We mean the type of religious artifacts that are world renowned, not just any vampire in a basement.
Roll me charisma or manipulation and persuasion.
Oh, you're giving me the option to roll manipulation? Well, okay.
Yeah, of course.
And persuasion. Okay. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so all successes. So that's 6 successes.
6 successes. All right. For you, what are you? Where are you from?
I'm from here in New York.
Yeah, but
Where are you from?
Oh, I'm not from here. I'm from I think where you're from. Well, at least half of you. Yeah. You notice he looks South Korean. Like he looks that very Korean features. But he stands about like 4'11".
I'm towering over this person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like looks like we're
Like I'm a whole foot taller.
Yeah, it's like it looks like you and I can relate.
Mm-hmm.
Look, for a fellow Korean, let's go. Follow me. And he just like walks. You see him. He's also in this weird kind of like very mismatchy suit. Like very blue green like plaid top with like yellow trousers.
Plaid, like flannel plaid?
Yeah, kind of. But it's a blazer. And
Does
like-
it look vintage?
Oh yeah, looks quite vintage.
Interesting.
Colors look like reminiscent of like the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
He walks. Yeah, sure you clean? No connections to anything? Cause where I'm taking you, look.
Oh, trust me, we're clean. I think I still have the Lysol in my pores. We're clean.
All right. Cool. Brings
Do
you
you have
around.
any soju? How about we how about we have a drink and talk it over?
I like how you think. Yeah, sure. You guys get to a stall, and he kind of like opens up like this stall, and it like Heather, it looks familiar because like a lot of them are the same. And this surprises the three of you because I don't know if you've been to the night mic before. Decker definitely hasn't. But as he walks further in, there's a back room. And like, come on in. Walk in, and it's like this kind of like bare bones kind of like room. And there's stairs going down. There's a table in the middle, and like there's like kind of like a fridge in the back. He opens the fridge, takes out a few bottles, takes a few glasses. And you see him shake the bottle, open the cork, and like kind of as the soju is spinning, pop it, and you see a little bit of liquid come out. But instead of nothing, you see these kind of like little tiny kind of gremlin like spirits chase the droppings and like put them in like tiny little cups and then just disperse. Gotta give some to the spirits, right? And starts pouring, respectfully pouring you guys shots. It's like, please, we're all among friends here, right? Tell me,
Absolutely.
what can I get for you?
Sophie takes the shot glass and Kumbe and drinks. And then she kind of like puts her elbow on the table and leans in a little. There's a lot of hustle and bustle about. I'm sure, as you mentioned, you've noticed suits have been sniffing around, and I'm just really curious if perhaps the thing that they're looking for, is it real? Like, actually the real deal?
It's as real as it is, as air is real, as I am real, as you are real.
But where does one find that? It's been centuries.
Jerusalem.
And suddenly, just lying about.
It was in a cave.
Right.
Say,
With a
sometimes you
big-
wake up, you're
A
too
big rock
groggy.
in front of it.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't in front of it. Like, it sounds all
Right.
funny. It sounds all funny, but
Off
hey,
to the side. Interesting. So, the twins came to you and asked you about it, correct?
oh, the twins didn't come to me.
No, not you.
I don't know who talking about even. And he looks around,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like flattening his lapels. It's like, I don't know which twins you're talking about. But let's say some twins came here. What do they want?
Religious artifacts that perhaps are the real deal.
Oh. If I would say, I think if I had actual artifacts, which I don't.
That you happen to find in a cave with a big rock out front.
Yes.
All speaking
In
hypothetically,
Jerusalem.
of course.
Of course. I
Mhm.
like you.
Thank
I
you,
like
Heather.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would tell my very good friend to
Mhm.
look for it. And once that little, like that very good friend has found it, then we would get people to procure it and send it over. If we found it.
That's interesting. If so, let's say curious mages who happen to be twins were looking for such things. Certainly, they're not the only people on the planet that have ever wanted to search for such items.
I mean, I don't say that I recall twins, but I have had a few inquiry for certain artifacts. And you see, as you say that, you see two bigger gentlemen kind of like come in through the door. They don't pay you no mind, and he looks back. It's like, bring it downstairs. And as they pass, you see different things. And who has the highest awareness thing? Who has the most thoughts and awareness?
Woo.
Deckard. You see a staff. Asian details. Looks like olden Chinese mainland staff. There's a tiny monkey on the head of it. You notice like these like very protected kind of things, like kind of items within this like kind of box, and they bring it downstairs. And as you see that he continues, we procure a lot of rare things. Because a lot of people, collectors, they want to get their hands on a little bit of magic. So, since we can jump in and out of different areas, we get them for them. So you ask me if there's an artifact that was once on the head of a figurehead of a religion of sorts. We could have gotten to somewhere where that religion solidifies, takes place. And once we get there, we take it, we bring it over here, and then we sell it. That's only if we would. Like, if it came through these doors.
But how is it that you're able to find it when no one over the centuries was able to do just that? Especially people who would, or maybe not people, maybe other types of entities?
Because there's a lot more important things out there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot more important things that a lot more smarter people would look for. It's a crown.
Hypothetically, could be a crown.
Oh, yes, exactly. Could be a crown.
Mm-hmm.
Question.
Of course.
These hypothetical twins would hypothetically want this hypothetical crown to look at it.
Exactly. Because they're stupid.
Yeah. But
There's so many things you can get. You can get, like, I can get you a dragon if you want. And again, are you sure you don't want a vampire in a cage? I got one downstairs right now.
that seems not ethical at all. But
Each their own.
would there possibly ever have hypothetically been someone who hypothetically wanted you to find the hypothetical crown in order to hypothetically harm it, destroy it?
I mean, hypothetically, if something like that was hypothetically within the city, hypothetically, a person that would hypothetically want that hypothetically destroyed Would be a demon.
Would be a demon.
For shits and giggles. There's a lot of different types of demons. We're gonna be here all day trying to just identify which one would do it for what reason. But yeah.
But that does check out. Yes.
Would you say that this hypothetical item did get destroyed?
No, more so I'm just asking you. Hypothetically, have you met anyone who's ever wanted to destroy it?
I don't know. Hypothetically, maybe. And he's just like scratching his neck and then kind of like doing this gesture with his hands. Kind of like, give me kind of money. Kind of like holding out his hand for a handout kind of gesture.
Francis rolls his eyes and drops him 200.
He looks at... I got cash. I want something else. And he respectfully, and he lays down the money on the table.
What would you like?
How about this? My name's Poacher. What's your name? And he gives you like a really sly smile. And he holds his hand out.
Consider that. Just think about that before you know that just. It's a little smarmy, don't you think? Just a little.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, Francis, I don't know. Fuck.
Looks at
That's
these
a good idea.
Francisco, darling, please.
And he's just like...
Don't keep the man waiting, so rude.
Yes, so sorry. I'm Heath.
I don't think you should lie either. Just is there anything else besides a name?
Smart. Well, there's one thing. There is a man. I don't like this man. I don't like him at all. I would like to get some of his blood. A drop is fine. If you can get it for me. It's a little too hard. But yes, a drop of this man's blood would suffice.
Like, okay, is he like us?
He
Magic.
very much is like you. He actually sent a few people over here yesterday. His employees. Gerard Archambault, I would like some of his blood. If that's too hard, you can offer me something else. Something special, something unique.
What do we think? Francis is like, what do we think?
Oh yeah, getting blood from someone, that's easy, done. Especially, that's someone else's problem. That's not giving them something of ours. Yeah.
Can I possibly offer an alternative? I don't know if this would be worth anything. I'm just gonna assume that Heather has Regina just in a bag or something.
Yeah.
It just opens to the page. I have some residue from our hypothetical crown.
roll me persuasion and choose
Okay.
charisma or manipulation. It's your choice.
I'm
But I
going
need
with that
persuasion with
charisma.
this. I need you to roll.
Okay.
I need you to get 3 successes for this.
Okay. 3.
3? Fantastic.
Yes.
We're not in the twos anymore.
I crit, so it would be 5.
The whole page containing.
Let me just ask. I'm just gonna ask. They're gonna like pull out a pen and just go a couple pages. Can I rip a page? Will it hurt? Question mark.
You don't really get a response that says not to, but also it seems like it's not really responding.
Okay. Regina, I am so sorry. I think I'm afraid of you because of the name reminds me of a really old movie, and you seem like a powerful artifact. And I'm just gonna make it, and then they pull like an apology.
You pull, nothing really
Mhm.
happens. You see the ink recedes. Ash is there, takes the page. He rolls it, puts it in his jacket. There's this boy. You see. Nice boy. I think somebody owes a favor from a demon, and he needed to destroy the crown as a favor. And not one of those fun favors either, like those mafia favors, the movies. That's all I know. I can tell you where you can probably find him.
That would be perfect.
First shot. And you didn't even notice glasses kind of like refill. Cheers. Takes a shot.
Is there any way I can just very quickly analyze this shot? I'm not gonna get that twice.
It's like I'll give you a free one. It's regular soju.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shoots.
Yeah. So there's this old facade of a church, 12th Street. I believe brother, I think, lives over there. That's the listed address for whenever I need to send some stuff. So takes out like kind of a ledger from his jacket. He opens it up. Yeah, 1309 is the unit.
Very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else I can help you with? Can I sell you anything?
Does anyone want anything?
I don't have a want so much as I guess I want in the form of a question. Vampires are real. Vampires are a thing. We have to work.
Come on, let me show you one.
No,
I would actually listen. I don't condone keeping actual people in cages, but I wouldn't mind a peek. And she like sheepishly kind of like
Yeah.
looks at Francis like,
Come on, this one is a
maybe-
wild one. It's not the ones that you see in the city. This one is different. This one has been starved for a bit. This one has like a
Oh,
this one I think they call them whites is what they call them. Yeah, come on.
what does that mean?
And he starts walking down the stairs. You hear the click clock of his heels on these wooden
Okay.
stairs.
Walking very slowly and cautiously behind him.
Francis, whenever Sophie expresses interest, just very subtle, shoots like you can see a look of disappointment, very like sudden, and then it disappears, and it's like, yeah, let's go.
And as you guys follow downstairs, you see a bunch of different shipping containers. And it's different coming from different places. And you notice thank you for the raid. And you notice that there is one shipping container that is interesting design. You see there's Song International Shipping, and there's other different shipping, and there's this one container that they open for you. And he's like, yeah, we found this one all the way in the Bronx. So yeah, this one is on hold. But, if you had cash on hand, I would have definitely sold it to you. This one, I believe, used to be one of those, not children. I think, children of one of the vampires from New York. And,
First of all, I don't believe you should call it an it. It's definitely a being, a person.
Oh, it used to be. This one is an it at this point. And you see as he approaches this creature, pale white skin, emaciated figure, elongated neck, and you see kind of this bulbous head, and kind of gaunt cheeks. You see the teeth you see the fangs, but some of the other teeth are missing. And it just rushes to the gate. It's like, "Grr!" And you hear the rattling of the cage. It's like, it's all right. They can't get through this cage.
I
What
thought
a-
vampires were people like us. What happened to this poor child?
Oh, well, they got starved. It rebelled. It didn't want to be the monster that they were. And they didn't realize by starving themselves, they were actually going to turn themselves in a worse monster. So, there you go.
I didn't know. Can they turn back into?
Oh, no, this is point of no return.
Oh.
Yeah. I think the person who wanted to buy this one off of me had sentimental value off of it. So, yeah.
Oh, is it? I don't like calling it it. Are they still sentient? Do they have thoughts? Can they speak?
No, they all they are is hunger.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
ghastly. That's so awful.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy, and you see just a regular guy. Yes, boss. Who was trying to buy this? Who was trying to buy this one? Oh, it's Miss Toussaint, Diane, Sophie, and you too, Francis. You recognize this name. This is a designer. This is a fashion designer that you have partied with before.
Sorry, can I see that name? And Sophie just like leans in to look on the paper.
Yeah. You
And
see Diane Toutan, French. You met them back in France. But you know that they have like an atelier in New York. So yeah,
darling, I don't understand. I never would have guessed.
yeah,
And
they're everywhere. I'm pretty sure
Sophie's
if
just, like,
you,
really taken aback.
yeah, I'm pretty sure if you look around, you'll find one, like a client, yeah, around here.
What do you mean one? What do you mean they are everywhere? Do you mean this hunger creature?
No, vampires.
Are you insinuating that Diane is a vampire?
Insinuating. I'm telling you, she's a vampire. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah. She's been in the biz for like maybe 150 years already. Just changing names.
Well, then what would she be doing with this poor creature?
Oh, she made this poor creature. That's her child.
Oh, and she abandoned her child?
No. Look, Diane, straight up great vampire. One of the cream of the crop. Unfortunately, some of these kids don't understand what it means to be one and think that they can be above everything, above the hunger. And I believe this one ran away 6 months ago. And
Wow.
to my understanding, they were trying to avoid feeding. That's what happens.
So Diane's coming to take back her poor lost child then.
Yeah, I think some of those leeches kind of figured out something's going on with you lot, so they're kind of laying low. So maybe in a few days I'ma see her and she'll pick up a kid, but not in a while. I think maybe once all this Mage shit blows over, this with these hypothetical things with y'all blows over, you'll probably be able to pass by and pick up what she needs.
I see. Thank you for sharing your oddities with us.
Yeah, of course. We even have a
It's
ghost.
been quite informative.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pass on the ghost personally.
yeah. Like you want a haunted pocket watch? Pretty cool. You want one? And
don't.
he kind of looks at Heather. You want one?
I haven't enough artifacts for this week, I think.
All right.
No, thank you.
How about you, mister? Want to ask where you're going?
What?
Because, you're old.
No, Oh, yeah. I guess so.
You want to ask what's in store?
No, absolutely not. I live every day in fear. I don't need any more. I did have a couple questions, though, if our business is concluded here. Is there anything else we need?
Francis looks like a little bit pissed, and his arms are crossed. He's like, "No."
All right. Well,
do you know if do you have or know where we could get some items that might help against demons?
take cash. There's this guy named Mage upstairs, probably.
Okay.
He even take a card, whatever the fuck that is.
Also, a couple more things. You've been here a while. You know things. There's a night mark. A lot of stuff
I
going
know a lot
on.
of things, yeah.
Do you know? Do you know if aliens exist? Was that like the staff of the Monkey King I saw upstairs?
Oh,
And
yeah.
if aliens do exist, are there any here? And do you know who
Aliens.
Austin Chase is? And do you have any fairy drugs?
When you say, do you know Austin Chase? He pulls you by the bolo tie. I'll tell you right now. Friend to friend, because you seem like a nice guy. Don't mention that name ever around these parts. Ever.
Okay, I think we can loosen the hands off the bow tie. That could have been said very quietly.
I'm
in
sorry.
confidence, if we can.
Yeah.
Names can have a very immediate reaction, but that is unnecessary if we're all friends.
Yes, we're all friends. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. What's your name again? And he gives you a smile and kind of like holds his hand out.
We're not playing this game.
Oh, look, you can't knock me for
Sure,
trying. But yeah, I'm going to tell you right now. Lay off the mentioning Ixnay on the name of Austin Chase, because...
That
Why?
wasn't even Pig Latin.
He's pretty hated in these parts. I mean, these parts is fine, but when you get uptown, yeah, you don't want to mention that guy. A lot of people died for that guy for no reason. Anyway.
Of course. Always turn out to be jerks. All right. We should get demon stuff.
Francis, is gonna turn towards the staircase, look at Sufi, and just give a quick head nod towards the staircase, like, I want to talk to you alone, real.
Sophie heads and follows Francis.
Upstairs. Is anyone in the room, like in the bar upstairs? If was it a bar? Okay.
It's just a back room.
Yeah. Francis is like, you see what lies at the end of that road there? I'm not giving you a lecture again, darling. That's scary, right?
You're not wrong, dear. I can truthfully say I didn't know that was a possibility. I'd never seen that type of end before for them. That was quite ghastly. It's sad. It's quite sad, yeah.
It is.
That child did make that choice, though, from what it sounds like.
Tusong, huh?
Who,
Yeah.
I was gonna say who would have thought, but she looks incredible, so
She does.
that makes sense.
Heather, Deckard, what are you guys doing?
I will kind of lean into Heather. Should we? I don't know what our responsibility as mages are. Should we do something about this? Just sort of gesture into the white situation.
I just learned that vampires are a thing and they can turn into that, and I don't know. I think we should keep our blood within our bodies and leave that as it were. Not that I condone it. I think that it's super awful. I can write full dissertations of why that is extremely fucked up. But the two of us, I don't think so. And if we did, what do we do?
Oh.
Do we kill it? Do we try to save it? I don't think it can be saved from what we've been told. I'm at a loss.
I mean, it shouldn't be locked up.
Unfortunately.
I mean, I was just gonna beat this guy's ass and then see what happens from there. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't really think that many steps ahead. I'm glad we make a good team. Think of the big picture.
You are
All right, we'll ruminate on it.
extremely brave. Yeah, I think ruminate, stew, but another word for ponder. Yes, I'm glad at least you tried to infer with me.
Okay. As you guys are walking around, are you guys going to actually buy some stuff for demons as you would?
If possible, yeah.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a general kind of roll to see if you guys find anything. Roll me like charisma and streetwise.
Three successes.
Can Deckard use correspondence to try to like actual locate in this area? Like he knows generally what he's looking for, or at least the frequency is what he's looking for. Something with a celestial, a holy, something similar to. They spent time around the crown. Something with a similar vibration in this general area. See if he could tune into that.
Sure.
Jesus.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll me correspondence. Add your correspondence to that.
Okay. That's 4 more. Since I'm doing this,
It's not magical.
I
So
think we forgot to roll for quintessence when it came back, but I know I had quintessence
true,
last
true,
time
true.
that I didn't use. Can I use that?
before anything, let's roll for quintessence real quick to see if you guys can get like extra stuff. So roll me a d10, and if you get a 6 to 9, you get quintessence equal to your arete. If you get a 10, you get an additional one.
Got a 6, so I get 1.
I got a 7, so
Get one.
I get one.
Unfortunate, but yeah. So if you want to use your quintessence for this one, to this roll, I'm gonna tell you right now, to find something you needed a 4. You needed 4 successes to find something.
Okay, definitely gonna use it then. So how's it gonna work mechanically? I forget. Does this add to my dice?
It adds to your dice pool.
How many does it add?
You add like 1, the one that you got.
Oh, it's a 1 for. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what happens. No, 3 successes.
Unfortunately,
I'll use a willpower.
sure.
So reroll 3 of those. 4, 5 successes. 7
Okay.
and 9.
You find something. You find a, like, it looks like a Poland Spring water bottle, and they say it's holy water. And your magical attunement to it can confirm that it has been blessed. The container might not be ideal, but the water has been blessed.
Deckard also has a
It's
dot in
discreet.
prime, so yeah,
That's nice.
you build a sense. This is not the most impressive looking thing, but this is, I think, the real deal. At least the water.
It's water.
is.
It's water. Yeah. $80.
$80 bottle of water.
It's
I guess that
holy
ain't
water.
bad for New York City, but goddamn, all right.
It's holy water.
Deckard. Do you want $80?
I got it. You've done more than enough, honestly. I
you
can't
sure?
accept that. I don't want to feel like a charity case. No, no.
My toilet paper is $80. If this is important.
You buy or no?
No, I got it. Thank you, Francis. But some of us, we can do just fine without. Yeah. the rich coming in and just fixing everything for us.
Of course. No, it's all you.
No, I
It's
mean,
all you.
Mr.
you're trying to
Becker,
help. You're
please.
trying to help. I know.
I don't let me pry.
Heather, can I borrow $40?
Mr. Francis, if you could purchase the holy water for us, I would be greatly appreciative.
Heather has some pride.
Francis doesn't even look at the
just spent-
shopkeeper. Holds
You
out.
see- The shopkeeper just like snatches it, counts it, just like gives you a nod. And you have a bottle, a
Oh,
16 ounce bottle of holy water.
huh. Do you want this or? I didn't mean to. Heather,
no,
how
I'll
about
take-
you hold on to? Yeah.
I'll hold on to the holy. If that's fine with everyone,
Yes. You're very trustworthy.
You do have that fancy reporter's bag with you, so it makes sense.
I'm okay. They're just gonna let that one go. Thank you, everyone. I guess.
Yeah. So I guess the idea is we splash it on the demon or something.
What
Is
if
that
you
the
make a
plan?
fragrance out of this?
Oh, Deckard. You think outside the box every time. Yes.
That's
What
a
does it
good
smell
thing.
like?
Smells like water.
Nothing. Well,
I mean, it's water, so you can easily make it into a base if you want.
yeah.
A blank
That's good.
canvas, darling. It could be anything. The possibilities are endless.
I'm getting in so much inspiration from this area around us. What is that? Oh, I hate that actually. I think
No, but the blossoms, dear. Look at the blossoms.
I think they're frying an elf or something. I don't know.
You see like these black squares on a grill.
Yeah.
And you see
That's
a
not-
sign called Betamax.
Yeah. I'll think of something.
And like Francis, you would know Betamax is like just blood cubes.
Yeah.
It's like roasted blood cubes.
Yeah.
It's pig's blood.
Uh-huh. Is there anything else that we want from here, or are we good?
You see there's a
Going to be
DJ in the
honest.
back just like playing music.
Francis looked over. You know, I was actually. I'm not going to lie. That vampire thing upset me, but the tunes are so good here. You
I
feel that?
actually talked to Heather about that. I was going to fight that guy.
Oh, like with
But then
magic?
we didn't
I
know
don't
what to do
I didn't train.
with the vampire after.
Yeah,
Huh.
that was quite the sight. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. Get it out of my mind.
But you're
I hate
right.
it.
The music, it does kind of, cleanse the palate a bit, doesn't it, dear?
I need to dance away the worries. Darling, come here.
Yes, dear.
Walk
Sophie puts out
up.
her hand.
and takes her along. Do come along, my friends. What does that DJ look like, Fabs? What's the DJ's name?
DJ's name? Power.
Power.
DJ's name is Power. And just like Hodge, genderless. You see just shirtless, but you notice that like it's kind of like latex paint on their chest. And you see the musculature kind of glistening in this like artificial sun. You see them with tattoos of different creatures. And you see like on their like right forearm is a dragon that is dancing with the beat of the music, crawling up their arm and heading down.
Okay, so Power's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Francis isn't single, but Z? No, I'm playing.
You also notice that it's kind of hard to get to Power because there is a bunch of security.
Mm.
And based
I'm
on
gonna flash.
this, you might think Power is probably famous in these circles.
Yeah. If I walk up to the security, and I'm gonna pull out $300 in bills and wave them at Power. Like, yoo-hoo!
Power doesn't give you any money.
500.
And you notice that when you were dancing, they paid more attention to you.
Yeah, you know what? I guess this will do.
Heather.
In the middle of like this wealth display, that's when Heather's gonna leave the Decker. That's why I don't have any pride. Look at them.
Darling, I guess this beat will do. Yeah.
We could just pick it up a notch. What say
Can we
you?
roll? Francis stuffs the money hurriedly into his pocket and stands up straight and would like to roll to dance. I want to roll that tango performance.
Dexterity and performance, or charisma and performance. Let's do
We do
charisma and
have-
performance.
Yes, charisma.
And
We do have a specialty in tango.
yes, do it.
What does that do?
Right.
You add one more die to your dice pool.
One more. Fuck yeah.
Oh, hell yes. Charisma comes
my
through.
Once again, I don't have enough
Mm.
dice.
4 successes for Sophie.
You said a crit is how many successes?
4.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't crit.
7 successes.
Shit.
Guys, tear it up. Tear it up so.
Sophie Sophie has like a slit in her little like dress, and she like hikes it up like really high to the point where like her thigh meets her hip, and she just like puts out her hand like very dramatically in front of Francis and says, "Darling."
Takes a hand and bows and is like, "Ooh la la."
You guys perform so well that security comes around you. People are chanting and like enjoying your dance, and security comes around you, surrounds you, and says, come with us."
Can my friends come?
Sure.
Can I what can I use to like sense who this might be?
It's the security. It's
It's just
power security. It's the security
oh,
guards.
it's power.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes.
After your performance, you notice that Power is no longer at the DJ's booth. There's another person. Kind of okay. And you guys get sent to the back, and there's this tent. Quite refreshing. There's different types of people there. And there is a sense of like you've never been more relaxed and safe. Like you've never felt that relaxed and safe ever. And I need you to roll me just a general like stamina and composure. All of you.
If we get bit,
2 successes for me.
I got 2 successes, and one was a crit. I keep forgetting to pay attention to crits.
If one was a crit, if you have 2, like you need 2 to crit. So if it's only
2.
one,
Oh, got it. Okay. Just kidding.
2 0 or 2 10s equals 4 successes.
exactly.
Got it. Okay.
Heather, what did
I
you?
definitely had that before. Didn't know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I crit, so 7 successes.
Heather, you are completely cognizant of what's going on. Nothing is affecting you. The rest of you, it's nothing bad, but you guys feel so loosey goosey. And
I've been feeling that ever since
We're
watching
high
that
as fuck.
tango.
as you all kind of get guided through, you get to like these corded ropes. It opens up, and there waiting for you is Power with a few more of their entourage. And we will actually end our session there. And we will figure out what Power wants from you next week.
Why do I find this more compelling than the other cliffhanger where like the crown of Christ was burned?
I
Did you
mean-
hot
chain turn a DJ bit into a full plot hook?
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Honestly.
But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for staying. Zombie Fighter 89, I just want to do a shout out. Thank you so much for doing these amazing clips.
Fellow Z.
You're
Bless.
amazing. Anyway, we're gonna see you guys. I believe next week. We're all still good for playing. If anything, you're not quite sure, you can follow us on Twitter. Twitter.com/BadhouseRPG, or better yet, just give us a follow, subscribe maybe, and you will not miss any updates when we are live. My name has been Fabian. Rockets and Pens, you can find me there. If you want to check me out, find me here, Bad House RPG. Tomorrow I'll be playing a Tremere, fed up Tremere, former sheriff of New York, Chester Perez, in the Lion's Den, as well as on Wednesday I will be debuting as one of the net runners for our party, named Badger. So catch me tomorrow and on Wednesday here on Bad House RPG. Let me pass it over to Batty. Where can they find you? What do you have next?
You can find me at Bats Pajamas. That's BATZ Pajamas on Twitch, Twitter. Kind of been lying low lately, TBH, but I usually kind of pop up on every now and again on Twitch and stream improv synth music. Sometimes I do games, sometimes I do art. But yeah, mostly just looking forward to seeing y'all here for this vibey stuff.
Oh yeah, Bully. How about you? Where can we find you? What do you have lined up next?
Find me a table goss stuff. Go to YouTube. That's where we talk about. That's where our games are. We talk about Vampire and other World of Darkness things. I have things lined up, but they're not going to be out for a minute. But hang out there. You'll see them one day.
Hell yeah. What about you, Zach?
What is up? I'm Zach, or Z. You can find me on Twitter at ZachDevs. I've been Francis Mateo Biamonte. I'm gonna be here every Tuesday. Or Thursday. You can also find me every Tuesday on Stella Luna's channel, playing Calliope in Bind and Blight, our Cipher System campaign.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Last but not least, Vin.
Oh my gosh, guys. Hi. Again, I'm Vin at VinVox VA, tabletop performer and voice actor. Soon enough, I should be rolling back in on Huddy Vunch. We know the name. You just type in, finish it. For their Thin Blood Chronicle, Are We Dead Yet? Where I've been playing a Thin Blood, who is the complete, well, possibly the same sweet darling. Anyway, this and here, that's where I'm at so far. And if I have any other announcements, you can catch me on VinVoxVA on Twitter.
Oh yeah, again, check out that game Dredge to listen to Vin. Anyway, we'll catch you guys next week. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a good evening.